Hello children. Today we are going to start with Civics Chapter 2, Diversity and Discrimination. In the previous chapter we have studied about diversity. That diversity means differences. And we have even studied the positive aspects of diversity. But in this chapter we are going to study about the negative aspects of diversity. As we know that everything is having a positive and a negative side. So in this chapter we are going to study that how diversity leads to discrimination or differences among the people. Diversity is not accepted at each and every level. If we talk about ourselves, we feel more comfortable with the people, those who are like us, those who talk like us, those who are having the same customs as we are having, those who are belonging to our religion or our community. And we feel unfamiliar and strange among the people, those who are very different from us. It takes time to adjust between the different people, and every time the people are not comfortable among the different ones. So in this manner, sometimes diversity also leads to discrimination. Here discrimination basically means when we are treating the people in a different manner. So as we have discussed that we feel comfortable with the people, those who are like us. So when we are among the people, those who are different from us, then we are treating them in a different manner. Sometimes we have negative opinion and behavior with the people, those who are different from us. And when we talk about this type of behavior, it is very harmful for the country. When discrimination happens, it is very dangerous for the development of the country. Discrimination is generally practiced in two ways, that is prejudice and stereotype. These are the two different manners in which the people practice discrimination. So first of all we are going to discuss about prejudice. Prejudice is basically related to judging the people in a negative manner or treating them as inferiors, and there is no basis for this type of treatment. Prejudice basically relates with the mentality of the people. People normally behave in a different manner with a particular community or with the particular person, and they don't have any logic for behaving in such a manner. The people, those who are basically prejudiced, they think that whatever they are doing is right and they don't give any importance to the opinions of others. They think that their actions and their thoughts are correct, and in this manner they are treating others as inferior. So this type of behavior of people based on their thought is very dangerous for the society as well as for the country. Some people even discriminate each other on the basis of their language, their color, the way they speak, or their backgrounds. This is also the basis for prejudice. For example, if we think that our religion is the best, and in this manner we start treating the other religions as inferior, so this is an example of prejudice. And when we are doing like this, then we are treating other religions as inferior and we are not giving equal respect to other religions. At times the people, those who are prejudiced, they are so dominant that they don't want to make friends with the people, those who are around them. So in this manner, this is a negative aspect of diversity which is very harmful for our society. Next we are going to study about stereotype. Stereotype is basically a fixed or a set image about a person or a community. Stereotype is basically the result of what we see or what we hear. Just take the example of poor people whom you might have seen on the streets. You might have seen the people, those who are behaving in a very different manner with them. People are very harsh towards them. So in this manner, you will also develop the same tendency towards those people. This type of fixed or set image related to the people is called as stereotype. Stereotype normally doesn't have any basis, and neither they are true also. There are some common examples of stereotypes like girls are mentally weak, they cannot do any physical work. But this thing rarely happens, because if we talk about girls, nowadays you have seen that girls are progressing in every field. So it can't be said that girls are not strong. So in this manner, stereotypes doesn't have any base. Stereotype even leads to discrimination in the society, because as per their beliefs, the people, those who are setting an image about others, they don't want to change themselves. So in this manner, these stereotypes, it goes on and it hampers the progress of the country. Stereotypes are basically in relation to particular community, caste, gender, race, or even economic backgrounds. So let's discuss about some of the common prejudice and stereotypes that are prevalent in our society. People belonging to the low caste are mentally weak. Girls are a burden on their parents. But this is completely wrong. Girls are not able to play games. Girls are emotionally weak. Boys are naughty. Urban people only care about money and not about other people. English is the best language and other languages have no significance, especially in the progress of globalization. Physically handicapped persons are mentally weak. This stereotype is also completely wrong, because nowadays you might have seen many shows which are going on in television in which the physically handicapped people, they are performing in an excellent manner and they are able to prove themselves. So these type of stereotypes are underestimating the people, those who are physically challenged. Poor people do not achieve higher goals. Poor people are not able to achieve their goals because of lack of resources. So if they will be provided with all the facilities, it is sure that they can even reach to the heights. So these are some of the general stereotypes and prejudices which are prevalent in our society, which hinders the development of our society as well as of our country. Next, we are going to study about creating stereotypes. So from where these stereotypes emerge? So the answer is society creates stereotypes. Whatever we see in the society or in the family, we start believing and behaving in the same manner. Take example of yourself. Whatever you have seen in your family, the same thing you are going to follow in your life. In our society, we continuously hear some statements related to stereotypes, which we have discussed now. And we are brought up with those stereotypes only. And we even start following the same thing without even thinking. And gradually, even we want our future generations to follow the same thing whatever we were following. So in this manner, as we have got those things from society, so in this manner society is creating stereotypes and in turn leading to discrimination among the people. Now moving forward, we are going to discuss about prejudice or stereotype and discrimination. Now we'll be discussing how prejudice and stereotypes lead to discrimination. Discrimination is basically the unfair treatment of a person or a group on the basis of prejudice. As we have discussed about prejudice, that it is the mentality of the people. So this has led to discrimination also. Prejudice is something which is theoretical, which the people believe, and when that belief is brought into action, that is called as discrimination. Whatever we think is prejudice. Whatever we do on the basis of our thinking is discrimination. When we follow these stereotypes, we discriminate the people, and it always destroys the peace of the country as well as of the society. Prejudice and stereotype basically does not allow us to see the individual qualities of a person. By following prejudice, we ignore the specific qualities of a person and we treat everybody in the same manner, whosoever is belonging to that particular community. The common example of prejudice and discrimination is the prejudice that girls are a burden for their family. And when the people follow this prejudice, the living condition of a daughter in the family is completely affected. Because of this, the daughter in different families are treated in a very bad manner. They are considered to be the property of others. The parents are thinking that as the girls will get married, so it is not needed to spend on them because they are the property of others. They become the victim of foeticides. The girl child is being killed in the womb of the mothers. They generally get leftover food in their house. Parents do not take interest in educating their girl child because they feel that education is of no use for a girl if she has to get married in future, because she will not be taking care of the family for the whole life. The members of the family do not behave properly with the girl child. Now also there are many families in our country, especially in rural areas, those who want a male child in their family, and if a daughter is born, that girl child is not being treated in a proper manner. Now we are going to discuss about inequality and discrimination. There are certain cultural and economical factors which result in discrimination in the society. We have studied in the previous chapter the different culture, custom, religion, gender, sex, all these are the aspects of diversity. But when these aspects are taken in a negative sense, then they result in discrimination. The people, those who are belonging to a particular religion, are being treated in a superior manner, and on the other hand, the people, those who are belonging to any other religion, are treated in an inferior manner. So this sort of inequality among the people on the basis of their religion has led to discrimination in our society. Or we can say that the people are discriminated because their customs and religion are different from each other. Even economic factors also led to discrimination. The people, those who are belonging to different economic backgrounds, are being treated in a different manner. You might have seen the poor people. They are not able to manage with their basic needs. They are not able to get good food, good education, good health facilities. In this manner, these people are being treated as unequals in the society. And even they are being treated badly. So in this manner, cultural and economic factors or inequality leads to discrimination. Now we are going to discuss about caste system and discrimination. All of you have heard about caste system. Caste system was a social evil which was prevalent in our society earlier. According to the caste system, the people belonging to different communities were put into a caste ladder. The community which was at the top were treated as upper caste, and on the other hand, the community at the lower level was being treated as lower caste. The people belonging to upper caste treat themselves as superior, and the people, those who were belonging to lower caste, were treated as inferior or unworthy. They were even not allowed to enter the houses of the upper caste people or even into the temples. Their children were not allowed to get education in the same school. These people were not allowed to fetch water from the same well which was used by the upper class people. Initially, caste system was based on the nature of work. The people were divided into this caste system or caste ladder on the basis of the work which they do. Mostly the people, those who are belonging to lower caste, they were doing the small jobs like collecting the garbage, sweeping, cleaning, etc., and were not given importance. So in this manner, these people were treated in a different manner by the people belonging to the upper class. And these people were not given the equal rights by the upper class people. These people belonging to the lower class were generally called as untouchables or Dalits or scheduled caste. Now also these people or the so-called scheduled caste are still there in our society. So now we are going to discuss about struggle for equality. During the freedom struggle, on one side the people were struggling to get independence, and on the other hand the women or the so-called untouchables or the people belonging to lower caste, they were fighting or struggling for their own rights. Dalits, they fought for entry in the temples. On the other hand, women fought for getting education. Peasants fought for making themselves free from the money lenders as they were charging high interest. So in this manner, the people, those who are belonging to different communities, they fought for their own rights. Now we are going to study about respect for equality in our constitution. When our country became free in 1947 and we had our own constitution, then our constitution has given certain guidelines which ensures equality to each and every person of the country. Even our preamble, it states that every person is equal on the basis of their status and their economic backgrounds. No person can be discriminated on any basis, whether it is religion, caste, gender, or economic prosperity. All the people are having equal rights and opportunities, and they are having the freedom to opt the work whichever they want to. In this manner, our constitution has granted full freedom and compulsory basic rights to all the people of our country. Even our constitution ensures equality of work to the people. As per our constitution, untouchability is abolished and now it is a legal crime. Now the people cannot be treated in a different manner on the basis of their religion or on the basis of their work. Even our constitution gives powers to our government to enforce certain laws or rules which help in improving the condition of poor people and the people belonging to scheduled caste or scheduled tribe. As we know that equality is the base of a democracy. If we need to have a democratic country, it is compulsory to have equality, because equality is a key value that unites all the people of a country. If the people are not equal, they can never be united. So it is very important that if we want our country to develop, then we should practice equality in our country as well as in our society. As you all know that our constitution has given us 6 fundamental rights, according to which the people are having the freedom to choose their own religion, the freedom to express their views and thoughts, freedom to celebrate their festivals, freedom to speak their language, and overall the freedom to live in the manner whichever they want. According to our constitution, no religion is having a special importance and no person is forced to follow a particular religion or to speak a particular language or to celebrate a particular festival. So in this manner, our constitution tries to ensure equality to each and every citizen of the country so that our country can progress in a better manner, and the people, those who are capable and are skilled, should get a chance to develop irrespective of their backgrounds. But as we all know that still, in spite of all these rules and regulations, still inequality prevails in our country and even in the society. So it is very important that the struggle of people should continue so that we can lead our country through a path of progress by eradicating this concept of inequality which is prevalent in our society. So this was all about the chapter Diversity and Discrimination. So before winding up, let us discuss the important points of the chapter. Prejudice means to judge other people negatively or to look at them as inferior. Stereotype is a fixed idea or image that many people have for particular type of things or persons, but such an idea is often not true. Diversity causes discrimination and society creates stereotypes. Prejudice or stereotypes create discrimination among the people of different communities. The caste system was a social system in which communities or groups of people were placed in a sort of ladder where each caste was either above or below the other. So this was all about the chapter. So with this we are going to wind up today's class. Goodbye for now.